What's good, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning into my new video. Thank you for everybody that's supporting me throughout the first 4 that I did. All the encouragement, all the people saying, yo, you've touched me, stuff like that. It really helps me to keep on going. I don't take it lightly. I make sure to respond to everybody I can. And from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate that. This video today is about my experience doing a 3-day water fast. So like for 3 days, 72 hours, I didn't do anything else, consume anything else but water. Starting from 12 a.m. Monday to 12 a.m. Thursday. By far one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. But what started out as a challenge, like I just wanted to challenge myself to see if I can do it, it turned into like an enlightened, spiritual, mentally stretching experience. And that's something that I didn't intend it to be, but in order for me to take my mind off of tortilla chips, I had to do it. So so this video was about what I gained and what I learned throughout that experience. Just to go on the physical aspect, my body feels great. Day 2 was tough, but at the end of it, like, drained out everything I had, and now I feel like recharged like every single day. To start from the beginning, when I first did it, one of my he's like one of my older brothers, one of my frat brothers. He was like, yo, I did a 3-day water cleanse, and I was like, you know what? I want to challenge myself, see if I have the willpower to do it. I'm gonna do it. So I hopped into it. Day 1, around like 2 o'clock, I wanted to eat. And I had a desire to work out, but in order for me to take my mind off of eating, I went into heavy, deep meditation. And throughout heavy, deep meditation, I started to recognize that, hey, I need to stretch a little more, right? And before I started the fast, I learned something about the law of attraction, but the most important thing about the law of attraction is shifting your paradigm. And growing up in a black church, you know, the pastor would be like, the paradigm is shifting, AJ, you know, stuff like that. Never really knew what it meant. So I got a new journal. Shout out to my auntie Peaches. And when I heard about a paradigm, it was very interesting. So I looked into it before I started the fast. And so a paradigm is a mental program that has almost exclusive control over habitual behavior, and it's somewhere in your and it's believed to be connected to your subconscious. So it's just certain things that you move on that you don't even know you've been conditioned to believe, right? And then in that, it's like, okay, so a lot of the things that we may be struggling with is stuff that we learn from the age of 2 to 5 until we gain our consciousness and had our own belief system to start doing other stuff. But that's still that core stuff that we experienced and learned in early adolescence. It's still something that affects us to this day. And so in order to properly shift your paradigm, you have to go back and look at things that you don't like that you're doing and map it out to its origin the best you can. And when you map it out to the origin best you can, you'll start to realize, okay, you want to do things differently. And when you change that, and how you change that is by repetition. Telling yourself, hey, I don't like this. This is what it's going to be. And speaking things into existence. Shifting your paradigm, which is shifting your subconscious, shifts the way that you subconsciously deal with situations, because you constantly have to repeat bad habits out of your subconscious, if that makes sense. So if you're somebody who's out of shape, constantly wake up and tell yourself, I am in shape, I am in shape, I am in shape, I am in shape. And everything around you and what you do and what you approve of and disapprove of will move you into being in shape, right? So it's repetition. The main thing is repetition. The other thing is mapping out where the origin of that habit is, where the origin of that thing that you want to change is. Extract it, analyze it, and say, okay, this is what it is. Change your perspective about that, and move on and create something else and in place of that. So I did a lot of searching about what foundational things do I have to overcome, right? And I remember as a kid, I was turning 6 and I had a birthday party and nobody showed up. And from then on, I had a fear of always being left out, right? And it wasn't until recently where I was like, yo, why do I feel like I gotta be everywhere at the same time? Like, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do this. And I sat back and I said, yo, what happened? What did I experience as a kid that might translate into me having this sort of behavior? And I mapped it back to that point, because that was something that really rubbed me the wrong way, and I never wanted to miss out on anything else again. And so focusing on changing things like that in my subconscious in order to move forward was something that I focused on during this fast. I also focused on how I like to hold things off a little bit and wait for things to be perfect in order to start something, when it's just like, yo, just go for it. I did a lot of meditating, and this might be surprising to a lot of people. I did a lot of meditating on the type of woman I want to attract. And that's tough for me to admit because I don't really open up about that stuff. But I did a lot of soul searching on why I haven't come across the type of woman that I know I can see myself with. And it's not aesthetic, it's character. It's who they are as a person. And I had to soul search and look at my bad habits when it comes to dealing with women. It's not that I'm a scumbag. I put off relationships because I did not value them, because I was going so hard in other aspects of my life. And so my interaction with women wasn't long term. It was just, hey, this is what it is. If you want to move forward, cool. And that went from intentional to becoming a habit. And as I've gotten older, trying to break that habit has been very, very tough. So throughout this fast, that's something that I had to break down and be like, okay, this is not something I want to see myself continuing going towards. So let's reevaluate this, break it down, and reshift my paradigm, right? And I will say that the second day, now this is where stuff got hard. The second day was the hardest day because my body was just like, yo, what are you doing, right? Peanuts look like chicken wings, you feel me? But that was the day where I meditated and prayed the most. I don't know what you guys believe in, but I meditated and prayed the most. And I meditated and prayed about my future and what I want my future to look like, and just imagining the car, the lifestyle, how I want to feel, how the sun is going to look at out of my window, what I want my deck to look like, what I want my outdoor kitchen to look like just so much imagining that it's now like I felt like I saw everything I needed to see. And one of the most important things about moving forward in your life and being the best that you can be is vision, imagination, right? A lot of people imagine things and they came to fruition, right? And this fast allowed me to sit still, not be so busy, and just imagine the hell out of my future and be confident in what I was imagining. And I ended the fast more excited about my future than when I started the fast, because in order for me to keep my mind off food, I challenged myself to mentally stretch, and everything that I read of law of attraction, you can control your thoughts. Your thoughts control your destiny. You must believe you are what you will yourself to be. And I challenged myself and scraped away all the scar tissue of the fear and the anxiety and the comparisons, and just was like, yo, I am excited about me taking accountability for my life moving forward. And this is what I am going to hold myself accountable for, to make sure that my imagination, what I believe myself to be, that I will achieve it, that I will make it happen. I wouldn't suggest everyone do the 3-day, because I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. But I would challenge you to go on some type of fast and use that time of you not doing something that you're used to doing every day to stretch yourself mentally. Because I promise, if you're honest with yourself and honest to get it, because it was uncomfortable. I had to look at myself and break down things that I didn't necessarily think was an issue. But then that's me being in my own way. And so you got to be honest with yourself. If you don't like it, look at it. Look at it. I remember there was a point in life where I was in college. It was right after I crossed, and it was just so much going on, and I thought I had the answers to everything. Man, I remember one day, everything just hit me. Boom. And I said, you know what? You don't have the answers, but it's uncomfortable for you it's uncomfortable for you to criticize yourself if you don't have that maturity. If you don't fast, just take a day. Break down what you want to change about yourself and imagine the hell out of your future. Because if it's in you, I believe you can make it happen. If it's in you and you're constantly repeating, you're constantly reading about it, and you're striving towards it, and you're not worried about what they're doing, you're not worried about what they're saying, you're not worried about the fears that people are putting on you, I believe anything is possible. And another thing that happened during this fast is I saw, and it's subconscious, people don't even know they're doing it. When I put the fast out because it wasn't spiritual at first, and I understand when you're doing a fast spiritually, you're supposed to do it in private, but that wasn't my intention at first. So when I did tell people I was doing the fast, the first thing that people didn't even notice it, was put their limitations on me. Oh, bro, you tripping. Bro, I couldn't even do it. Oh, bro, what you mean, 3 days? Oh, nah, you driving. What does that do for me? Literally, you expressing your opinions about something that somebody is doing that has nothing of benefit, what does that do? And then I sat back and was like, yo, why do people think that's valuable? That's not a conversation starter for me, because I have nothing to convince anybody about. But why? And I know a lot of us experience that, like, I'm doing this, why they messing with me? Just let me be me. But like I said before, people don't even know that most opinions are fear-based, and they place those fears and those limitations that they feel and believe in themselves onto you. So if I was to listen to people like, you tripping, you just, I couldn't even do it. No, that's neither helping me or helping you, because now you're showing me that you have limits. And if you're close to me, I can't deal with nobody with no limits. Saying that I can't do it or I'm not at a place where I can do it yet, it's two different things. So that taught me two things. One, regardless, people are going to place their fears on you. Two, be careful about what you share with other people. All right? Hopefully, with me explaining my fast, it also embodied some things that people can use moving forward to improve their life. I'm telling you, it was 72 hours, just water. I threw down on some vegan Chipotle at 12:01 on Thursday. I promise, it was amazing. But once again, thank you all for checking out the videos. Subscribe, like, share. Hopefully this touches one person. If it touches one person, I'm good. You feel me? I'm not looking for big numbers. I'm looking to practice my skills and put this out for my portfolio to help with me becoming a public speaker once the cooties is gone. You feel me? So thank you for checking this out, and hope all of you all have a safe, amazing, blessed week, day, hour, year, century, decade, whatever it is. I just pray that everyone continues to push towards their dreams. And if I can help inspire you, because Lord knows I'm pushing as well, hopefully I can be that tool. All right? Have a great one.